Hi Aries, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles. I hope you will enjoy some messages for March 2020, of course. And I'm going to be working with the energy of Archangel Raphael cards just for our main message about healing and health and where we're at. And I'm also going to be working with the beautiful Shadowscapes Tarot as well for some extra message, okay? So I hope you will enjoy these messages and also sign up for my newsletter, which is in the description box, so that you can be updated when I have live shows and webinars, and you also receive discounts on readings and etc. just for being subscribed to my newsletter. Okay, so I'd love that. Please check the description box below. Okay, let's go. What's happening in March for you, Aries? Oh, fresh air. That's what's happening? Okay. Well, that's what needs to happen. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping to breathe easier in all ways. And so, Aries, a lot of the times when you are stressed, you may hold your breath without even realizing it. And maybe there's been an expansion going on in your chest and your heart, because a lot of us have been receiving, heart expansion as part of our growth and part of our spiritual and healing path. And when we have heart expansion energy, we feel like we're having, whoa, something just went knock. We feel like we're having palpitations, or you may feel anxiety in your chest, or you may just been having trouble breathing. And so something is expanding within the lung capacity and in your heart space. Maybe you've been healing yourself from a lot of different energies, and also it's talking about fresh air being important to then implement that healing energy throughout your body, allowing yourself to breathe and breathe clearly and easily as you move forward. And of course, animals are being shown here as part of your journey. And often when you see a red or a fawn colored cat or dog, it could be also the kitsune, which is a Japanese sort of a fable, I guess you could say. When the kitsune is around, it brings you a lot of luck. It may be an animal that comes out of nowhere, and it's usually red in color, and they bring you extra protection as well. So while they're around, you're going through deeper healing, protection, and upgrades, and they are there to support. And you may come across that or have a kitsune with you now. But anyway, Raphael is helping you with this next phase of the expansion for yourself and clearing yourself and your heart space of past life energy and past pain as well. Wow. I love it. So much out of that thing, fresh air. Okay, so here we go with your Shadowscapes Tarot. Very interesting connections on these cards. Okay, the Two of Swords just talks to you about not doing anything that you really don't want to do. Okay, the Two of Swords can sometimes be a position in life where you're coerced into doing something you really don't want to do, or you're forced into it before you're ready. You know, we've all known that. Someone thrown us in the deep end of the swimming pool, or you weren't ready and you're like, come up and you can't breathe, right? It's like the energy here is of somebody trying to make you do something too quickly, or force you into a new direction, or not listening to your point of view, and it's frustrating. So the energy here, even though the Two of Swords doesn't normally talk about this in a way, but this is what I'm feeling, is that you're being forced to stand up for yourself, Aries, and not being bullied into something that you don't want to do, even if it means that a lot of people are going to be affected by that decision, okay? Because sometimes what happens is people gang up on you, and it's like they all want you to do something, and you're like, oh, I don't want to let all these people down, and you go and do it, and then you're resentful about it, right? And now you're being asked, like, do not give in to this energy. It's time for you to stand up for yourself, even though, Aries, you are super good at doing that. You are good at doing that. If someone pushes you enough, you'll be like, right, here comes the ram. It's coming out. And, and you are able to say what you mean and mean what you say. But in some kind of circumstance going on for you, someone's really pressuring you to do something, maybe in a way that they want to do it, and you really advise not to. Don't get into any kind of argument with anybody. Just instead make your decision, make your mind up, and stick with it, and you will see that this really does bring in a flow of good energy for you. Okay? You also have the 5 of Cups. So maybe recently you've been upset about something, okay, or you've been missing somebody, or you've been wishing things were different, or someone just took off out of your life and you're just like, what? We don't even get to connect. Whatever it is for you, there's been some kind of sadness, but this emotion has been triggered. This emotion that has come up for you has been triggered because you've been holding on to it. Not just this situation, but it's allowing you to grieve for even deeper situations in your life, things that you thought you'd gotten over, or things that you thought didn't affect you really that much, and all of a sudden you're crying over one thing or upset about one thing, and it's leading to all these other areas of your life. It's time for an examination of why you allow yourself to feel things but not express them emotionally, why you're afraid of emotion, or why you don't feel comfortable in crying. You don't have to cry in front of anybody, and we call it a big ugly cry, when we're like, whoa, it's not going everywhere, and but you don't have to do it that way. But it's just allowing yourself to let something out. Sometimes when I'm laughing really, really hard, I'll start crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, that laugh made me cry. And it's like, well, obviously there was something sitting there that needed to come up, and the laugh brought it up. Whatever it is for you, you're feeling some kind of sadness, and you're feeling like you're to blame for that sadness in some way. It's time to let that stuff go. It's never one person's fault really with anything. The way we react to things is our responsibility. What we allow is our responsibility. But you're not to blame for everything. And maybe you've been doing that for an awful long time. And March is encouraging you to stop it. It brings you into the 2 of Wands energy, see? So off you go. So the people that are supposed to be there are going to be right by your side. The energy of change is all around you, Aries. There's going to be an upliftment in your life like you wouldn't believe. A change in cycle, a change in forecast, a change in energy. And maybe someone coming forward that wants to work with you, right? But it's like as soon as you finally allowed yourself to feel something, as soon as you finally took the pressure off of your own shoulders, as soon as you finally saw yourself in a different way than everything you've been trying to achieve, it comes easily, right? So if you're fighting against something in your life, or it seems really, really hard to get a door open, or to get an answer, or to have something happening, it's like the energy here is that when you change your reaction, or you allow yourself to feel, or you allow yourself to express, then you change the whole energy. And the 2 of Wands is a very lucky time. It's full of partnerships, joy, adventure, creative energy as well, and things finally coming to a different standpoint, in your life, and things changing within you so much that even your appearance begins to change as well. Like maybe you've been fighting with your weight, for example, and as soon as you let go of this emotion, or as soon as you let go of the need to be there for everybody, or do for everybody, or whatever it is for you, then you release yourself of the pain as well. You release yourself of the extra weight that you've done to protect yourself, right? Maybe you have low weight and you're trying to put on weight, but your energy is drained by everybody pulling at you, And when you change this direction, you start to go back into this healthiness. Whatever it is, you're on the right path. Get some fresh air. Remember that you're going through downloads and attunements and expansion energy. So don't be too hard on yourself if you are in need of feeling things or letting things go or accepting your emotions, because it's leading you exactly where you want to be, and perhaps even better than you could think of right now. So well done, Aries. Keep going. You're on the right path. And bye for now.